In a small coastal town north of San Diego, the dawns always began the same way, with fog, the cries of seagulls, and the scent of salt. The boy's name was Jake, 18 years old, tall, with dark hair windswept and eyes that always held the same expression, a thoughtful, contemplative gaze. Every morning, he would wake up at daybreak and walk along the long, sandy path by the shore before heading to help his father at their small surf school and equipment rental shop. Imagine this. Early morning, the sun has not yet risen above the horizon, painting the sky in shades of soft pink and violet. The ocean is calm, with only small waves gently rolling toward the shore, receding with a soft murmur. The air is cool, saturated with moisture and the smell of salt. On the sand, the traces of yesterday, seashells and waves waiting for the distant silhouettes of surfers. Jake took this path every single day. It was his routine. From home to the shop, along the narrow sandy trail that stretched by the beach. He could have walked it with his eyes closed. But on that day, everything changed. In the distance, near the cliffs, he saw a girl sitting under an umbrella. She was sitting on the sand with a book at her feet, her long brown hair swaying slightly in the breeze. She was looking out at the ocean, as if she were in conversation with the expanse of water stretched before her. Jake stopped. His heart, a sensation he would never be able to explain later, suddenly and unexpectedly began to race. It was as if someone had pressed a button inside him. He did not move from the spot. He just stared at the girl. From that distance, he couldn't yet see her face clearly, but there was something in her posture, the way she turned her head, the way she turned the pages of her book, that held him rooted to the spot. It is unknown how much time passed, a minute or 10. Then the girl turned her head, and Jake, without even realizing it, continued on his way. But his heart was beating to a different rhythm. He didn't look back, but with every step, the spot where she had been sitting seemed to remain etched in his mind. When he reached the shop, his father looked at him. "What's up, son? You look different." Jake smiled and shook his head. "Nothing, Dad. It's just the sunrise was beautiful today, but inside, he didn't know what it was. He only knew one thing. He would walk that same path tomorrow, and for no clear reason, he hoped that the girl would be there again." When evening came, Jake went back to the shore, this time alone, after work, waiting for the sunset. The ocean was now painted in golden and crimson hues, and the waves were breaking against the shore, slow and rhythmic. He sat on the sand, not far from the spot where the girl would sit tomorrow, and sank into thought. He asked himself, who is she? Where did she come from? Maybe a tourist who will leave in a week. But at that moment, something, perhaps hope or perhaps intuition, whispered to him that this was no ordinary day. The sun sank below the ocean, and the sky turned a deep ink red. Pelicans were flapping their wings in the distance, returning home, and Jake, for the first time in his life, looked forward to the next day, an ordinary, recurring tomorrow, with true anticipation, to be continued.